I'm getting us live over on YouTube. We display this on YouTube and record it there. So as I get that set up, we just have a little pause here, but we want to start right at 7:30 as promised. And I've got 7:29 now. We're now streaming live on YouTube, which is great, right on time. So if you're coming to us on YouTube, welcome. And if you're on Zoom, great, because you can ask some questions afterward. That's why we do this live. It is May 6th, 2025. And I'm excited, of course, to share this information with you. My name is David Rutz. I happen to be the founder of David Allen Capital. And I'm not the only person who does this presentation, but I'm doing it tonight. And it's my honor. We love our company. We love what it's doing for businesses, and we love the opportunity it can provide for you if you're serious. As is the case with anything in life, right? If you're serious, it can be quite successful. But I see it's 7:30, so let's get started right now. Again, I want to welcome you and thank you for coming out and taking a look tonight. My name is David Rutz. I'm the founder of David Allen Capital, and someone asked you to come take a look at this presentation so that you could decide whether or not becoming a business funding agent with David Allen Capital is the right opportunity for you. I think you're going to find we've got an amazing program. We've built this so it can be scalable and flexible, and it's a turnkey system for you. We're helping businesses on a national scale. We've already helped thousands of businesses, funded hundreds of millions of dollars. This isn't something we're new to doing, but it's a brand new industry, less than 10 years old. We're about 15 years old, actually. So there couldn't be a better time to get involved in something that's on a massive upswing like this. So I've got some slides I want to share with you. We want to get through this fairly quick, but at the same time, we want to be complete. So I'm going to go to my screen here, and forgive me for how this works on Zoom. Can you give me a thumbs up that if you see the slides to start your own
We
business fund?
see it.
All
You're
right,
all set.
beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys, gals. That's what this is all about. You have an opportunity where you can start your own business funding agency. This is built for people who are already serving business owners or who have ambition enough to start serving business owners. Now, this is a big opportunity. There's business owners who need funding. Most get denied at their bank. We can get them funding fast. You get paid, and you can even build a team and earn overrides on that team as well. And why you're going to love this, there's no license required. It's free to start. You can earn daily pay, plus you can earn overrides on your team, and it's home base. This is very flexible, it's scalable, and you can do this all online. Now, you and your team can create an income engine, a machine. An example, you help a business get 80 grand, you get 3,200 bucks. If you referred other agents and they did the same, you'd make $320 to $1,800 on their client. What if you had 10 agents, 50 agents? Do the math. Nationwide territory, fast growing company. What you actually do, real simple. A business needs funding. You refer them to our funding platform. You connect them to us. We handle the rest. We do everything it takes to get them to funding. It's all done online. You earn on your own deals and your team deals, and you're empowering business owners. So why business funding? Well, there's millions of businesses who can't get funding at their bank. 30 million small businesses out there, 27 are not bank eligible. And most businesses will fail. And they say the number one reason for failure is lack of working capital. But isn't that what the banks are for? Well, we would think so. Banks are great. Excuse me, for 10% of the businesses, but 90% are just not eligible. So what do? Well, they don't have much they can do. Well, why is it such a problem? Well, here's traditional banks. They need collateral, 2 years in business, great credit score, business plan approved by the bank, a long form application, 1 to 3 month approval process. And with those requirements, less than 1 million are approvable. Well, here's what's exciting, guys, gals. A brand new industry started about 12, 13 years ago called alternative capital. It was built for small businesses, no collateral needed. So now most businesses don't have collateral. That means a house or a building that they can put up free and clear. Okay. Most businesses don't have that. So there's no collateral required in alternative capital. Well, that just opened it up to millions of businesses. You only need to be in business 3 months with at least 15,000 a month in sales. You don't need 2 years profit. How about a 550 FICO score? How about do whatever you want with the money? You don't have to get the business plan approved. How about a 5-minute app rather than a 3-day app? And how about 1-day funding rather than 1 to 3 months just to get approved? Over 9 million businesses can qualify for alternative capital. That's where we run. We help banks. We don't compete with banks. If you can get bank funding, you should. If you don't mind waiting, if you don't mind putting up collateral, if you don't mind the 2 to 3 month process, you should get it at your bank. It's going to be less money. But most businesses can't, and we come alongside and support all those businesses. Now, this alternative capital industry, it's a $300 billion annual industry hiding in plain sight. Last year, over 284 billion was lent, and that was up. It's projected to grow up to 370 billion in the next few years. That's massive growth, and we're positioned right in the center of it. Our goal is to get 1% of that soon. We want, if we do, and when we do, we'll be paying out over $210 million a year in agent commissions. Get your piece. Now, we've already funded hundreds of millions of dollars. So this is a very, very lucrative industry, very powerful opportunity. Here's the problem. There's not one alternative capital that's best for everyone. In fact, there's dozens of carriers out there, and many use predatory tactics. And even the best, there's not one that's best for everybody. Why? Well, there's industry, sales amount, time in business, etc. So we come along, we say, what if we had a solution? And we do. It's an online funding platform that connects with all the top lenders. So with one 5-minute application, 20 of the top providers compete for the deal. They get the best offer fast in one day, and you may get 10 declines, but get 6 approvals. And of those 6 approvals, which one's the best? It's almost like my wife is flying home from Hawaii tomorrow morning. She was out there for a speaking engagement, and she looked on Expedia to find the best price to Hawaii. Right? She didn't care if it was Delta or United, American, or whoever. What's the best price? We don't fly to Hawaii very much. I've never been there, in fact. And it comes up with all the offers. Same thing with our funding platform. Best offer. Our company, DAC, we're not born yesterday. We're a 10-year-old company as of August anyway. We'll be 10 years old. I've got over 30 years experience helping people start their own home-based business successfully. We've launched Bank Breezy, this business funding platform. We've already served over 300,000 businesses on this platform. You're not getting involved in something where David had an idea last week and created a slideshow. All right. That was the case 10 years ago, but it's not the case anymore. Our goal is to have 100,000 full-time agents, 900,000 part-time agents. You say, man, it's a lot. Well, that is a lot. But look at real estate. Real estate's got over 3 million licensed agents, and there's only 4.6 million homes sold a year, and there's 3 million licensed businesses. There's over 9 million businesses who need funding and can't get approved at their bank. And there's not even 100,000 agents. This is a massive opportunity for you. Now, check this out. You can get someone an offer in one day equivalent to about 50% or 2 times their monthly revenue. So if they're doing 100,000 a month, you can get them 50 to 200,000 today. Well, tomorrow. Short term, they're paid back in short term. These aren't long-term advances. The cost, hey, some people say it can be expensive. All bank money is expensive if you don't have a good use for it. If you borrow $10 because you want to buy a lottery ticket and you lose it and you don't have the $10, that's expensive money if you got to pay 11 back. But if you get it for 10, get something for 10, and you only got to pay back 11, and you turn that $10 into a lemonade stand and you turn it into $50, do you mind having to pay back 11? You don't mind paying back 20 if you turn it into 50. So the cost is one thing, but we don't look at cost. We reframe it and say, what is the benefit of the capital? Business owners get this. If you came to me and said, okay, we can get you $50,000, it's going to cost you 70. Well, that can sound expensive unless you as the business owner say that 50 grand, I'll turn that 50 into 300,000. I'll pay back 70 in a second. I was on the phone this morning with a business and they're looking for $200,000. And that $200,000 would cost them 270. They're paying 1.35 times, 270. They said they'll take it. Why? Because they're buying a whole new inventory item with it, and that inventory item they can't launch without that $200,000. And if they have the 200,000, they'll turn that $200,000 worth of inventory into over $1 million. They don't mind paying back 270. Do you get it? It's not the cost, it's the benefit that we focus on. And how does this compare to a bank? You go, wow, that's crazy high. Oh, really? What's a 12% loan cost of business? 1.34. What I just talked about, what I quoted that business today was 1.35. 200,000 at 1.34 would be 268,000. The quote I gave today was 270,000. $2,000 more. Now they got to pay it off in a shorter period of time. So it's going to feel like more, but he's going to flip that money this quick. He doesn't want it for 5 years. He wants to pay it off in under a year. So that's what we do. We simply refer a link. Your client comes, we get them the best offer guarantee. If we don't give them the best offer, we give them a $500 gift card. And our platform is so good, other lenders want to use it. They want to, it's kind of like the Expedia of business funding. So you can go to Delta Direct and pay one price, or you can go to Expedia and maybe Delta's not the best price. And you want to see United, American, and all those. That's what our funding platform, Bank Breezy, does. We make it breezy. They fill out a form and they get the best offer. So others say, hey, we want the Bank Breezy platform. Okay, it costs you $30,000 a year, but not to you as a DAC agent. You get it absolutely complimentary. It's not free, but it's complimentary to you. It's not free to us. Costs us a lot of money every year. Free to you, though, to use. And you get paid commission every time someone gets a client or you get a client. We give you a website like this. You share someone right to your website. They can scroll down, learn more. They fill out this quick online application. We have social posts you can share. We give you marketing materials, collateral, training, videos to share. We made this turnkey for you. Business success for you is you fuel business owners with funding and you earn immediate and large upfront pay. We also have merchant processing and healthcare. You can learn about that in training, but basically we're saving people money on those and you get paid every month. So let's talk about how you get paid with us because you're here for a business opportunity. First of all, hopefully you can see the size of the industry and the need. 2 out of 3 businesses will close. 6 out of 10 are breaking even or losing money. They need working capital. 8 out of 10 said that's why they quit their business, lack of working capital. We've got their working capital. Over 90% of our businesses that we approach are eligible for funding. 80% actually get approved who apply, not 4% or 7%, over 80%. Spectacular. So let's talk about your income. First of all, there's no cap. You're a business owner. You're not an employee. You come here, you work, it's flexible. You do what you want, when you want, follow our terms and conditions, follow our policies and procedures, follow our proven system. You will win. What you get is you get a percentage of the funding. It's normally about 3 to 4% of the funding. Now, technically, it's 40 to 80% of the bonus revenue that we earn on it, but it's generally 3 to 4% of the funding. Help someone get 80 grand, $3,200 to you. Pay the day after we are, many times next day. There's clients who got funded today. The agents are being paid tomorrow. Checks with a comma in it. You can help clients in any single city in the United States and Canada. Help someone get $250,000 or 240,000. What's 3% of that? Is 7,200. 4% is 9,600. Pay the day after we are. And that is some significant money. And that's just on your own personal clients. We already showed you earlier, you can earn on your team as well. We'll get to that in a minute. We mentioned payment processing and healthcare. Those are residual services. You get a percentage of the residual revenue we earn on that every single month. Example, you sign up a restaurant to the payment processing, doing $100,000 a month, you'll make about $3,000 a year. That business I talked to today, they're doing about $400,000 a month. We'll talk about payment processing. Right now, we're focused on funding. If we get their payment processing business and save them a bunch of money, that would be another $4,000 or $5,000 a year income to whoever signs that business up. Happens to be my client. That's why I'm talking about it. But that's pretty good. We've got people all over who've gotten clients just like this. So the sky is the limit, literally, in business ownership. You don't have to create the funding. You don't have to come up with the money. You refer a link. You have a conversation. You find out if they're open. You refer a link. It can be very lucrative. Remember, it doesn't stop there. You can refer other agents. As we talked about earlier, some people call that agent addition. You'll see how that becomes multiplication in a minute. But what happens is you earn a percentage, 10 to 50% of whatever they earn in base commissions, we pay you, not just on their first funding, on every funding. So let's say you help me, and as I said that earlier example, I help someone get $80,000 in funding. I make $3,200. I'm happy. The business who got 80 grand's happy. You for referring me, you get a minimum of 10%. It's 320 bucks. Now that doesn't come from my 3,200. It comes from the company. The company pays you that 320. And remember, it says 10 to 50. If you've gotten a client in the last 30 days, you're at 50% level. That means you make 1,600. So as long as you're getting clients, you earn 50% of what anyone you've personally referred earns. Did you hear that? So you see the incentive for me to get clients? I want to help a client get 80 grand. I want to make personal commissions. But if I do, I also am positioned on any team I've built to make 50% of what they make. And it doesn't come from their commission. It's called amped up. It's unbelievable. We encourage you to get amped and stay amped. You'll earn more on your own fundings and you'll earn more on your team's funding, significantly more. And it doesn't stop there. It's not just one agent. How many agents have you referred? Let's say this is the team you've referred, and let's say that's their income for the year. You got the person in Seattle made 30 grand this year in personal bonuses. You got the person in Massachusetts, 40 grand. And in South Carolina, 180,000. Down there in Houston, Texas, how they made zero. They didn't do anything. They signed up. They didn't lose anything. It's free. You make 10% as the minimum on all of their personal base commissions. 7 grand on Denver, 3,000 on Milwaukee, 3,000 on Seattle, 4,000 on Massachusetts, 14 on Denver, or wherever that is, 12,000. You see what happens? All these become bonuses you earn. What'd you make on Houston? Zero. They didn't make anything. You don't get paid to get people in. You get paid to help people earn money. See, we are all in this together. Whoever referred you earns zero if you earn zero. They only earn a percentage, or they only earn something if they help you earn income. And this is at the 10% level. What if you're at the 50% level? All those blue numbers multiply by 5. And your income multiplies by 5. And the only thing that determines whether you're at 10 or 50% is if you get clients yourself. But it doesn't stop there, because multiplication is better than addition. If you referred me, I look at this and say, you bet I can build a team. You bet if I'm getting clients, I know others who can get clients and they can earn great income and I earn a percentage of what they do. I'll recruit a stellar group of people. I'll build an agency like nobody else. Well, I'm at the 1 o'clock hour for you in this example. That's me with those 7 people up there. We're out there helping businesses in our community. And you're earning overrides on everything we do. You can earn on every single person in your team. So in summary, you get your personal bonuses paid the day after we pay them every day. You get personally enrolled bonuses on the people you personally enrolled, 10 to 50% of what they earn. This is showing the 10% example. And then as your agency grows nationwide, you can earn on all the fundings brought in by your team. So when you look at this, it's pretty spectacular. And you say, but can people do it? Well, what if we had a turnkey system where you simply had to inform people about our funding and share your link? That's what we have. We have a complimentary training system for you. We don't charge you for this. It's training and it's repeatable. Not only is the training complimentary, we have a team and client tracking system called the back office, also complimentary. We have a resource center with all your marketing collateral materials, websites, scripts, drop cards, postcards you can use, social posts, all created for you from our marketing team, proven to convert, proven to work. We even have an LMS that we've invested in, learning management system, which will certify you. It's going live this month, we believe. It's in final testing. And what it'll do is it'll certify you and your team. It's not a licensing process because that's not required in any state, but we're going to give the education and have the rule-based education so people operate with integrity and have they're prepared and alert and ready to produce and know how to produce. Simple, simple, integrity-based army. No one else is doing this. We will become the rocket mortgage of business funding. We're the first movers in this, and we'll be the biggest movers in this. And if you jump aboard, you can have a bunch of the links on our chain. On top of that, we got promotion videos to share. We have marketing and social posts to share. We have our Facebook community where people come together and applaud each other and share tips and tricks. We got daily pro Zooms every single day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern with industry experts, not someone who's never done it. Industry experts are on there talking and sharing pro tips and taking your questions. You don't have to pray. I'm sorry. You should pray. You don't have to pay to be a part of this inner circle. You're in it just by joining the business. And then you got your team leadership. You understand the synergies of this? Your team leadership who has a financial incentive to help you win financially. It's like a personal trainer in a gym, only benefiting if you get in the best shape of your life. And if you don't show to the gym and you don't eat right and you don't train and you don't have results, they don't earn anything. You know they're going to be the best personal trainers ever, or they're going to find a different career. Our agents love helping you win. And as a whole company, we have what we call our money where our mouth is guarantee that says, we don't make a dime until you've made a dollar. See, most companies, they'll earn on you from startup fees, platform fees, training fees, monthly fees, all that. They earn whether you do or not. They're in the business of selling you a business and helping you buy things every month and pay for things every month and platforms. And they're all worth it. I'm not saying they're not worth it. We just take a different model. We say, you know what? If we're not good, we don't deserve to earn money on you. But if we're good at helping you make 100 grand, do you mind us making 5 to 10 grand on your 100? Do you mind that? See, we don't want to make 5 to 10 grand before you made 100, but you mind if we make 5 or 10 grand on your success by helping you make 100? We spend over $800,000 a year on fixed costs to provide a complimentary business to you so that you can go out and make significant money. Do you mind if we get a cut? Nobody minds that. So we only win when you win. So in summary, 9 million businesses out there need funding. We get them an 80% approval rate. We find them the best offer from the top 20 providers with a 5-minute app. We give you the website systems. Everything's built right for you. Our experts take care of your clients for you. You can get immediate income, residual income. You can build a team, and we have complimentary training and field leadership. There's no license required. You can start part-time. It's home-based, flexible. Come on now. All rewards, no regrets. But you know what? Regardless of what we say, 3 types of people: not interested, thinking about it, and ready to roll. And what I'd say is this: if you're not interested, we understand. We thank you for coming. Refer someone to whoever referred you. We tell them to invite people they believe in, invite people that are B2B focused or have ambition, hunger, entrepreneurial. They invited you. So they think highly of you. Just like we say, talk to businesses who are doing at least so much a month in revenue. Talk to businesses who have growth opportunities. We don't say talk to businesses who've got a help me, I'm about to close sign on the front door, who can't afford to get funding. If they've got a growth opportunity or we can help them through a catastrophe, we'll help them, but we're not looking to straddle people with debt. We're looking to fuel growth. And the same thing here. We're not looking to help you get started just to drag you to work. Right? If you're looking at this and go, man, this looks pretty darn good, then you're the right fit. Go with your gut. What I'll say is I want to go through 4 steps of starting. It's really simple. 1, get started. It's 100% on us. Whoever referred you has a link to their partner page. They'll send you the link or they'll give you their agent ID. Either one works. The link has it embedded in it. If you click on their link, you've already got their agent ID. If you don't, you need to know it. You type it in so you're linked to them. When you join, you're going to get a welcome email instantly. It's going to have all your links in it. Okay. But most importantly, read that welcome email because it's kind of your business in a email. And what you do is you then go get trained. And there's videos. There's 3 videos. So first step is join and get your welcome email. Second step is watch video 1, 2, and 3. It's your get started video, your funding training, your comp plan, and then you do your game plan. And you get going. You share your link. You share conversations and share link. Hey, I'm in business funding now. If you ever have an opportunity to grow, or heck, if you're ever in a pinch, let me know. We can get you funding even when your bank can't. I can give you a link. We can get you an offer in a day. If you're interested in anything, let me know. Would it be okay if I send you some information for if and when you ever need funding? You just had what works to those who say it most, to business owners. So you just share. And then get yourself positioned with your first client. When we talked earlier about getting amped, when you get your first client, you get a raise on your next client. You earn more. And if you get another one, you earn more. And not only that, when you get your first client, you're amped up, you earn more than anyone you personally enroll. And do you have any interest in being a team leader? We call them trailblazers. That's someone who says, man, some people are going, man, I love this. I could be an agent for sure. Others are going, man, I could build a team. Others are saying, holy cow, I'm going to build a nationwide network of agencies. I don't want just an agency of 10 or 20 agents, which is great. I can earn overrides on them, but I want a network of agencies with 10 and 20 agents each. I can get override on all of them. Yeah. Yeah. And when we're doing a billion in funding, can I get to a billion myself? Yeah. It's not that many fundings nationwide. When there's no investment required to become an agent, they don't have to open brick and mortar, don't have to pay license fees, don't have to go through training courses. We have training, but you don't have to go through state registered training courses. One day I hope you have to. Right now you don't. So expansion, boom. Right now is the time. We already have the platform. We've got everything in place already for you to go out and have success. So what it really comes down to is it the right time for you? That's what it boils down to. Whoever referred you thought it was, but we do this presentation so that you can decide that, right? So what I'd say again is if you look at our business and then you look at the climate, if 6 and 10 business owners out there are breaking even or losing money and they have an opportunity to grow but don't have the capital to put it to use, the idea is just an idea. But what if you come along and you let them know you can get them working capital? What if you put a social post up on your page that, hey, I'm now in business capital? And then you call the business owners and say, hey, if you need any funding, just so you know, I'm in business capital. I can get you more information. If your bank can't help you, we can. Got this funding platform, best offer from 20 plus providers. It's spectacular. Already helped thousands of businesses. Hundreds of thousands have already gone through our platform. It's just unbelievable. If I can ever help you, let me know. Would it be okay if I send you some information to keep on file? Next, 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 next. And you get the word out. All of a sudden, you got applications coming in, funding coming in, commissions coming in, referrals coming in. And then you build a team and then they get some things going. It can happen that simply. So I thank you for coming out tonight. I ask if you're watching this in recording, if you're watching it live here, May 6th, 2025, 7:55 Eastern time, it's live. We're going to take your questions in a minute. But if you're watching this recording, right below me, there's a join now button. Click on it. Join. Get started. And if you're watching me live, as soon as we're done here, whoever referred you is going to send you their link. Click on it. Join. Read the welcome email. Watch that getting started training. Watch the funding training. We're talking about 2.5 hours total of videos. You can watch them in 2.0 speed if you want. 2.5 hours becomes 90 minutes. Boom, let's go. And you're already funded training. You're already ready to rock and roll. And then you set up a private game plan and you light your hair on fire to help business owners. We're only looking for people who are willing and able with ambition. Able will teach you if you're willing. If there's a will, there's a way. That's true with us. We don't mind you not having experience, but we do mind you having a reluctancy to be hungry, to have ambition, because that doesn't work in any business, unfortunately. So we want to help encourage you. We want to help you reach your goals, and we think we can. If you've never had in your past, that's okay. Are you ready to flip a switch and hit your goals here? We'll help you. I think you can probably see how we can fit in your life. That's why you're still with us. So let's get started. Let's get you rolling, and let's get you moving through our compensation plan, putting commas on checks in your name. Let's get you paid this week. You could. It started today. You could have a check in your bank by Friday. With that, folks, I thank you for attending. I'm going to go to any questions you might have. If you're brand new today, I'm here live for a reason to take your questions. We've got story after story of funding examples. We got story after story of new agents who get started and get funding. In fact, in the month of April, 3 out of every 10 new clients we got came from agents who were in the business less than 30 days. Perfect doesn't matter. It's better to be active with education rather than I'm waiting until I perfectly understand everything. That doesn't, there's no reason to do that. We'll get you 70% ready in our basic training. And then anything else, our internal expert team is the one talking to your clients anyway. You're just referring them. You don't need to understand the entire script of a movie to promote it. If you liked it and it felt right, you share it and you let the movie present. Let our experts present to your client. Who do we have? We have Brandon Newsom. Brandon, you got your hand up. Have you got a question for us today, Brandon?
I do, yes. I was going through Wade's training videos, and one thing that jumped out at me, I suppose a two-part question. First being, is this still practice? And second, looking for more info about it. He said that once a client, at some point in the funding process, sorry about that, a client, you guys will actually call a client and sort of game plan or prep them before they speak with a lender. Um,
Mhm.
it's that really stuck out at me because that's like a huge trust builder. It's almost like you're acting as their guide to ensure they're not like getting into something that would be harmful to them. So I was wondering, like, I think that's a huge selling point. I was
Yeah.
wondering a little more how those calls typically go when you have an inexperienced business owner taking an advance for the first time and an experienced business owner.
That's a great question. And I was just speaking with my father about this, who I know he's on right here. He and my mom are on here right now. Um, my mom still works with the company, 83, love it. My dad still actively works with the company, but he's not employed. But we were just talking the other day about the perspective of talking with clients and that we're not representing the lenders. We're representing the business owner. We're going out and finding the best offer from the business owners. And not only that, our lenders love us because we don't want to straddle people with debt. We don't bring bad packages. We're completely honest. We're transparent with lenders. If we know something, we tell the lenders, hey, look out for this, watch out for this. Or hey, this is the reality. This is the truth. Can you overlook it? Because this is why we think you should. Wade literally has been about an hour of time on a calls today with people for one of my personal clients because they've got a real unique situation. It's a flat out decline. But yet he's still going to work for that client because he believes in the client. I believe in the client. And so he's going to work trying to find someone and going up the ladder of approvals, even to the ownership level, because he believes in the client. So, yes, in fact, Wade's got his hand up, so he'll talk to this in a moment. But I will just say that we go out of our way to represent the client, not the lender, but the lender's our partner too. So we don't do things to lenders just to make a commission. We take care of our lenders, they're our partners, yet we're going out and we're advocating for the business owner. And if you don't have the best offer on deck, who's over my shoulder, this bottle, if you don't have the best offer, unfortunately, we can't present your offer to our client. We got to give the client the best offer, even if we love you. So bring us your best offer. But Wade's got his hand up. Wade is not only my partner at our funding division, but he is also an agent in the field and he's building an agent team. And you mentioned his name. So, Wade, you got your hand up, buddy. You want to add anything to what I said there before you ask your
Yeah.
question or make your
Yeah.
comment?
What I wanted to comment about was the fact that we're in an expansion mode right now, which is exciting, and it's really interesting that today I have a newly enrolled agent who's a CPA, and he said I got hundreds of clients, and how about if I were to do a lunching for my clients because they're all local, have about 5 or 10 come in at a time, and then you become live on Zoom, and we talk to 5 or 10 of them at a time about how we can help expand their business. The point I'm making is that we've been doing this a long time, you and I, David,
Mm-hmm.
but we always have these new fresh ideas, and it excites me. I mean, I'm still at the office. I've been here since 7 o'clock this morning, 7:15, and it's exciting to me to see an opportunity like this get rolled out on a national scale with people that are incredible, like Nick Dehane.
Mm-hmm. Amen, Wade. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. And I see Nick's got his hand up. Nick, you just got another client. You just told another client story. In fact, I was just talking to Morgan today. You took advantage of last Thursday's bump. And I think you get the commission tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Or if I don't know when it's coming in, but I know you got an extra 10% bonus revenues. Congrats. Nick, what do you got to say, buddy?
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me, David?
Loud and clear, my friend.
Awesome, awesome. Yep, we took full advantage of that incentive. That's what I wanted to jump on and just comment on how good this business is, guys. We have this system and this platform, Bank Breezy, in place where you simply refer the business that's in need of working capital, and then our experts take care of that client from there. And for you, just as an example, this client that we were able to help on Friday, he received $60,000 on Friday. He applied on Thursday, and within in less than 12 hours, the next day, following morning, he was approved. And he needed slightly more. I spoke to Wade. Wade was able to talk to the lender, and they were able to bump it up to the amount he actually needed. And right away, he said, yes, let's move forward. And literally, after he received the agreement and the bank verification, within a couple hours, that business owner had the funds in his business checking account. And I had a relationship with the business owner. I've established this relationship, and he sent me a text. He's like, Nick, the funds are in my account, man. Thank you. He was thrilled. And I got off the phone with him today. I just made another call to him. I said, hey, I said, Glenn, his name is Glenn. I said, hey, how's it going, man? Are you investing into the machinery already that you told me and mentioned to me about? He said, yes, I already bought a skid steer. I already bought a concrete breaker, all these tools. He's stoked because he knows that this is going to grow and expand his business in a way where he's going to be able to cover a lot more projects, and this is going to increase his revenue. So just wanted to jump on to share this with anyone that's new and thinking about this. Just join, guys. This is an amazing opportunity, and we are skyrocketing into space with this. We're going to be dominating, guys. You want to be a part of this. So, and to Wade, shout out to Wade, guys. We have these internal team of experts that handle your clients that are just professionals and have loads of experience and years of experience. So it's a no-brainer, guys. It's a win-win, and we want you on the team.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, thank you, Nick. And by the way, everybody, Nick is going to be doing the same presentation Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And Nick is, not only is he doing the presentation, do you know he lives in Argentina? He's a U.S. citizen, but he's living in Argentina. So that means he's doing this all through the phone and through the internet. See, this is a digital business. It's an online business. Yeah, being in person can help and improve it, but don't think you're limited, because Nick's getting clients through talking to people, through emailing and texting, building relationships the hardest way, over the phone, but you can too, virtually. And he'll be doing Thursday's presentation. Watch him. If you saw him last week, he knocks it out of the park. If you want to get a flavor for his presentation, you can go to our YouTube page and go to our live recordings, and you can go to last Thursday night. It was his birthday, 29th birthday, and he still was here doing it up with his, doing the business with McGuire Tate. They did a great job. Nick will be doing it himself Thursday, the whole thing. Come on out and see him. Based on your relationship alone, you know some guests. But I see Roy's got his hand up as well. Roy, do you have a question for us or a comment? If you can unmute yourself, Roy. There you go.
All right, got it. Okay. I guess you can hear me now.
Loud and clear.
Awesome. I am obviously new, and I just wanted to know if you guys do real estate funding, or let's say a company wanted to buy a commercial property. Would you fund that as well? Do you have involvement with real estate?
Well, I will say this, Roy. You can do anything you want with the money that we give you. But keeping in mind the parameters, you can get approved for 50% up to 2 times your current monthly revenue. So it's not usually the best fit for commercial property, because some people usually want, 4 million, and they're going to have the property as collateral, so they can get a much larger loan from a bank because they have collateral. Ours are not secured funds, so the approval amounts are based on current revenue. So with that said, Wade has helped many businesses get $230,000, $300,000, $400,000 that they buy property with, right? But they used a business that was doing $400,000 a month in revenue already, and they had to pay that 400,000 off in under 18 months. So it's not a 30-year mortgage. So can we? Yes, it's not the ideal. It's just like, can you buy a van with, or a tractor with our financing, with our funding? Yeah, you can, but you're better off going to Ford Financial. They're going to give you a car they're making money on, and they're going to give you 6 years, and they're going to give you a better rate. So you're better going to Ford if you can do so. So it's not the right fit for that collateral-based funding. A mortgage where you're going to have your house, a commercial property where you have real estate, a car or a tractor where you have equipment on lease, collateral. Ours is collateral free. You do whatever you want with the money. Expansion is the best thing generally. You got one location, you want a second, we'll fund it. Now you got double the revenue. Isn't that awesome? So yes, we can, but it's usually not ideal. Hopefully that answered your question.
Okay,
And
okay, how
go ahead.
about would you know, or would you have any affiliations or relationships with other funding companies or lending companies that would?
No, what we tell them to do is just communicate with their bank, their local bank. Their local bank where they bank is generally going to give them the most favorable offer. If they can't get approved there, that bank will know someone for them because again, they've banked with them for 5 years, 10 years. They know the owners, just like the client that Wade's helping with today. The reason being is I was a consultant for this company for 2 years. So I know the owners very well, so I can speak on their behalf. Same thing a bank manager can do for your clients. So I would simply say at that point, they should talk to their local bank. Now, we do have some agents. Wade's got a couple agents in his team who focus on hard money, collateral-based loans. But we don't promote those because we don't know anything about their providers.
Got it. Okay, very good. Thank you.
All right. But welcome aboard. Glad to have you as a brand new agent. And, we're growing fast, but we're not growing faster than our care for our new agents. We don't exist without the edge of the ring. The new agents is our lifeblood. It is our energy. And we want to help you win. If you're not winning, you're not staying. You're not staying. You're not recruiting. You're not recruiting. We're not getting that multiplication effect. This is all about each one, reach one, and teach one. And if each one can reach one and teach one, then we've got duplication and multiplication. So glad to have you. And anything we can do, let us know.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Anyone else have a question or comment before we go tonight? And if not, I'll just want to say this. Our pro tips every day at 11:30. And I don't know, Sharon or Tyler, if you can look at the chats for simplicity for the viewers. I don't want to necessarily go look at it myself, but if there's anything, please bring it up. It's probably just comments of happiness and cheers and stuff like that. But if you're fairly new, or if you're looking for the first time, tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, Wade Cordell is going to be doing a funding pro tip. It's not a training, it's a pro tip. We assume you've been through the training already. So go through the business funding training, watch it on 2-speed if you have to, and get through the video, and then come out tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern and see what pro tip he's got. And you may have some questions for him. Once you've gone through the training, you'll have questions, I'd imagine. Hey, how do you approach this situation? What do you do with this situation? And you take it right to that funding call at 11:30 a.m. every Wednesday with our funding pros. Thursday is payment processing. Friday is regular agent update. Monday is Trailblazer team leaders, local leaders who want to lead local markets. Tuesday is team building. Wednesday's funding. Thursday's payment processing. Friday's agent update. And we go round and round. They're all recorded, but it's better when you can be there live because you can ask questions. But I appreciate all of you being here. I thank you for taking the time. I see McGuire's here from Vietnam. McGuire's on vacation. Glad you could join us, buddy. I don't know what time it is there, but I got a feeling it's the middle of the night or first thing in the morning, so you're probably on mute. Your
It's 7 a.m.
What's up?
Yep. We're driving through the mountains of Sao Paulo right now. So it's 7 a.m.
All right. You're driving through the mountains at 7 a.m.? What are you on the way to the airport?
Yep. No, we're going sightseeing. Seeing the mountains
at
today.
7 a.m.
Yep.
You got the whole
Adulthood.
car full, or is it just you?
It's whole car full. Yep, we got the whole
Wow.
gang.
Well, tell them all we said hi and enjoy the 7 a.m. sightseeing.
I will.
Wow, that's a lot different than trying to get you off to school.
That it is.
Yes, McGuire's happens to be my son, so that's why I joke about that. All right, buddy. Well, glad you could be here. Anyone else want to share something before we exit? If not, all right, we'll see you tomorrow on the fun. Hey, great job, everybody. Get yourself rolling. Let's get started and let's help make an impact in your community.